I'm standing here in front of the McLean house in the village of Appomattox Courthouse. On April 9th of 1865, it will be in this brick building, in the parlor, that General Robert E. Lee will surrender the Army of Northern Virginia to General Ulysses S. Grant. However, the McLean family living here in 1865 did not originally build this building. Instead, the Rain family built it in 1848 as part of a tavern, essentially a hotel, providing lodgings and meals for the passengers traveling along the Richmond-Lynchburg stage road through this village. However, the Rain family falls on hard times with the coming of the railroad. And in 1863, Wilmer McLean, his wife Virginia, and their children will move here. Now they're arriving here from Bull Run, or Manassas, up in Northern Virginia. And Mr. McLean would tell you quite a story if you met him in 1865. He would tell you they came here to escape the war, the first battle occurring almost in their front yard. He would later claim that he was the beginning and the end of the entire American Civil War. What he would not tell you was his business, his other reason for living here in Appomattox Courthouse. It was close to the railroad, just 3 miles away. It was good for his business as a sugar speculator, making quite a bit of money off his own fellow Southerners during the course of the war. The whole family will be in the house on April 9th of 1865. They're home. Most of the folks in the village have left. And so when Lieutenant Colonel Charles Marshall will ride into this village midday on April 9th, looking for a place for this surrender meeting, he will happen to run into Mr. McLean. And so the meeting will occur in the McLean house. After the Civil War, McLeans removed themselves back home to Northern Virginia, back to Manassas, and the Raglan family will live here for more than 20 years. Unfortunately, the Raglan family will sell this property in 1891 to a man named Myron Dunlap. This is a Union Army veteran from Niagara Falls, New York, and he and his associates wish to preserve this piece of history by making it a tourist attraction. Unfortunately, not very many people are visiting here at that point. So in 1893, they decide to dismantle the entire McLean house, brick by brick, and move it to Washington, D.C. as a Civil War museum. Unfortunately for this plan, they had very bad timing. The stock market crashed that same year, the country goes into economic recession, and their company goes bankrupt. Mr. Dunlap and his associates will leave all the pieces of the house here in the front yard, and for the next 47 years, they will remain here unprotected. Folks took bricks, the weather did its damage as well, and by 1940, when this became a national park, very little of the McLean house remained. In 1948, the National Park Service rebuilt this house on the same foundation, using the original blueprints and as many of the materials as remained.